All right. Um, so I think we fixed our issue here. It's not me, and I thought it wasn't me. But obviously, Restream is having some issues with their platform right now. They're aware of the problem with the Restream viewer counter not working, and they're having some connectivity issues as well, for us, like the bandwidth and audio and stuff like that. Because I knew I wasn't tripping, but I don't even know how this thing disconnected. So I had to go in and delete my post on my Facebook. Nobody don't pay attention to my stream on Twitch. So and then I had to delete it here on YouTube as well. So I think my workaround is going to be I got one of these doggone mobile devices here. I have to monitor everything on a mobile device from what they mentioned here. So let me do this real quick. Oh my God. The worst stream ever. Go ahead and turn off the lights there. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna just get this all set up because this wasn't in the plan here. Not at all. Um Can't catch a break, man. Break. Y'all just give me 1 second, man. I'm trying to log into Restream on the mobile device so I can effectively communicate, because I can't see. I can see the chats, but I can't respond back to the chats. And there's some reason on my side on the website they're being stuck on there. So I have to do everything from. It's almost like I started the stream now. It's like that looks unprofessional. It's already unprofessional, but it just I have to now do everything on the phone here. So this is technology at its finest. The crazy part about it is what I'm doing right now. I do this at work. Do a lot of video conferencing and stuff like that, and have some of the same issues. Still trying. All right, here we are. So let's see here. All right, I'm gonna enter the studio here. And if it's not working on a mobile device, I just may not stream tonight. It's just maybe it's not meant to be. uh, and it's not working on the yeah, it's not working on a mobile device either. I know they're going through some changes to enhance the control window and everything like that, but it's not working. All right, so she said I needed to set it up as a scheduled event. I don't know what the hell that means. And that's doing too much. So if you're watching this, I deepest sincerities, I apologize and everything like that. But I'm going to just go ahead and just dummy proof my thing, and I'm just going to put technical difficulties for this entire stream. Yeah. I'm I can't even spell difficulties. Right, there we go. All right, cool. There we go. All right, so that's what we're dealing with. Let's see if this shit will pull up. And I'm sorry, I'm forbidden, but I'm aggravated. All right, I had one of them days too. So let's see here. Let's see if it's still retained what we got. So that's good. Let's see if we get any audio. All right, cool. Looks like we have audio. All right, cool deal. I can read. Oh, the audio is working. Okay, cool. I can read it, but I can't post the things on there. So I'll just be talking and communicating with you via voice like this, Red. But I can see your stuff right here. Can I overlay? I can overlay. All right, cool. Oh no. Well, yeah. Let's see if we have more people come in or whatnot. All right, cool. So that part works. I just can't show. So they're doing something behind the scenes without sending out an email. All right. Yeah. All right, cool. So we got audio. Just to catch anyone that's watching on the playback for this particular live stream. So the stream I had a few minutes ago, what we did was took these devices. They were hooked up to this particular mixer here that you see off to the left. Each instrument was connected to this mixer per channel. And what we had to do is just basically connect them to mixer channels. Just because this is an older file. It was a .rsn file, which is kind of like the old Reason files. We're talking about 3.5 and 3.0, 2.0, 2.5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and Reason Record and all the other stuff. Until whenever they migrated into a new Reason format file called Reason.Reason or whatever. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? We had to basically take those tracks that was hooked up to this mixer, which was the main mixer, at the time, or remix, and we hooked them up to the mixer channels. Once we did that or whatnot, we hooked up the drums. The drums was hooked up to a similar mixer as the remix mixer as well. But we put those on their own dedicated mix channels as well. So that's what you see over here to the right. All right. And all the other mix channels are over here in adjacent to the instruments and everything like that, just to give you a breakdown of what the rack is doing. All right. So if you look at it like that on the backside, it's a little bit cleaner and not too much clutter on the virtual cables. All right. Cool deal. This is the only bull crap that we have right there. All right. To explain the yellow ones, those are the gate in and outs. Those gate cables send signal far as like MIDI signal, what they call control voltage type signals that communicates with the red drum. So you can basically play on the Kong and utilize the pads and utilize the functions of the red drum for as the sound and what you're controlling on the sound with the red drum. All this is doing is just triggering, the sounds down here. All right. So that's the breakdown of what we got going on, because this is a old session. All right. Some of you may have kids that's older than this session. All right. So now that we have everything on a track, in that last live stream, I kind of brought the levels down so we could just start doing some work. The drums are not too much worried about. And I think we stopped on a point where we took the sample of this particular track right here, and we had like this clip, copy and paste all the way to the end. But the crazy part about it was when you hit play in your mind, you're thinking that, okay, the sample should work, you know what I'm saying? Because it was an old session and it was in here and it was copied and paste throughout the arrangement. Well, I don't know what happened here, but when you hit play, all it does is just, it'll be on tempo and then it'll fade out and get slower for whatever reason. So what I had to do was take that one clip, put a left and right locator around this one clip here, and then bounce, go to file and bounce mixer channels, uncheck all, check the selected channel that we're working on, and then make sure that your range bounce is loop, and then bounce to audio files on disk. Save that to your hard drive, pull up something like your favorite sampler that works real good with tempo in a particular DAW. My weapon of choice, love it, is Serato Sample. That's where we stopped at before I actually got off the situation. And we were basically testing out the sample just to make sure that it was working alongside with the tempo. So if I was to go ahead and play that now, you'll see that it should work. And we need some volume on this doggone sample. So let's turn that up. See what I'm saying? So it's working perfectly fine now. So we can map it out. I'm gonna try to play around with it because I'm trying to see, do we need to cut it up? Do we need to cut a certain point up so it can be in alignment? I think my boy PrimeTracks, shout out to PrimeTracks, salute to you. I think he just wanted the sample to go through. He kind of got all his cuts and everything. But if we have to go and cut something for it to play on time, that's what I'm about to find out right now. So let's go ahead and investigate that part right there. And what we're going to do is just move that left right locator out of the way here. Move that to the end and let's go. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to do like a double tap on that right there in order to get the alignment moving and stuff like that, man. DJ Red said, let me try to see if this thing will work. Come on, mouse. Let's go. Let's go. Mouse. I know you're working there, buddy. What is going on tonight? My mouse is not working. You see that mouse cursor? It is not working. That's why you always stay prepared. I got another mouse right here. Some things you just can't make up, man. I'm laughing because I was on like 2 Zoom calls. Matter of fact, I was on 3 Zoom calls when I got off of work at 4 o'clock today. One was for a personal matter. One was for I'm a part of a mixing engineers group or whatnot. So we had a call, and then I was on another call for another reason, and that particular reason is pertaining to what's going on right now. So I'm just laughing right now. Some things you just can't make up. All right, so God doggone, I was gonna see if this thing would work. Okay, it's working. All right, and it's not freezing up, and my internet isn't working. All right, so before the crash, you mentioned that you needed to regain stage the tracks. Do you do that all screen, or is that something still need doing? Nah, I think I'm gonna get the sample. I'm gonna get the sample corrected, and then I'm gonna go ahead and regain everything, because I'm gonna get it to a point where I can, what the hell? right. The lady is responding back to me. Hold on one second. She's asking if I got it. I do. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna get it to a point where we'll be ready to mix. But I'm gonna get the sample out the way because this is the main culprit of what's going on here. Once I can get that MIDI clip, you know what I'm saying, to basically loop for more than 8 bars, I will be good from there. And we'll be able to move forward. It's certain things I'm gonna replace, and then certain things I'm gonna add in there as well. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and figure that out. She still messaged me. The good thing about Restream though, they got live chat support. So as you streaming right now, if they need to fix anything, they can help you out. So if you're looking for a streaming platform, Restream is good though. I have this issue maybe once a year, you know what I'm saying? Once a year, and they're only enhancing it. So I think it's better than StreamYard, to be honest with you. I'm good, thank you. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, let's get this sample out real quick. Stop right here. All right, cool. So now because I have these crackling pops and stuff like that, I got it to a point where, you know what I'm saying, I have it rocking and rolling like I normally do. All right, so when it comes to Serato sample and you doing you know what I'm saying, the clips, far as, you know what I'm saying, trying to get your sample to be on time with whatever you're doing in your DAW, don't quantize. If you know for sure that the sample is on beat and the time and the BPMs are, everything is in alignment, cool, not a problem. But if you're unsure of that tempo, which I think this particular sample is having some tempo issues with what's in the session or whatnot, don't hit quantize. If you played it right and audibly is right, cool, not a problem, because you can fix that on the back end when you're doing audio editing while you're mixing and stuff like that. So to save us, we're going to play that back one more time, and then all we're going to do is just basically commit this to audio. That's all we're going to do. So we're going to hit play. Just got to double check and make sure it's on, it's working. It's a big pause, but we have to do it because it's an abrupt stop. Now that will sound better. All right, cool. All right, so what we're gonna do now is just take that Serato sample. I mean, the sample is not gonna do anything. We're not gonna do anything special with the sample. We can just really kind of commit that to audio and save our processing power there and delete 2 tracks. That way, you know what I'm saying, we just save it on the CPU. So we're gonna go to bounce mixer channels and uncheck all. We're gonna look for Serato sample 1. There it is right here. And the loop, let's bring the loop to 417 there. Let's go back and redo that. Here we go. Loop audio file to disk. Actually, we could just, because we're not going to put this forest audio back into anything VST wise. We could just do new tracks in this song, mute the original track, and it's going to commit audio on a brand new track. We hit OK. And I like Reason because it's really, really fast. It plays no games. And that's really, really good. So unlike Ableton Live, I don't like their freeze method. It's all right, but I like this better because it's very straightforward. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, trust me. Me and a previous friend of mine. Okay, so I think I figured it out. We have a corrupt file. The reason why I said that was I noticed something earlier and it kept saying bad sample. A lot of times I think that's a corrupt file. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. We was rocking and rolling, hitting play and everything like that. But once we start doing that, it's something in there with those instruments that's corrupt or it's just not working. That file is tainted and I can't fix it. I can't. I'm not going to do it. And that's embarrassing. Man, I tried. Now, I'm going to open up for shits and giggles and I'm going to see if it'll open up because I'm curious to now if it's auto saving because I want to see if the file is corrupt. And I'm really trying I'm trying to see what the hell's going on. So you can see I got audio here on this default file here. So we Gucci. And it's really not, because if it was Reason, it would close out the whole Reason thing. But Reason is still open. So this file is working. So we have a corrupt file. That's how I know we have a corrupt file. Because it would have shut down everything. You feel me? But it's this one file here. Something's jacked up in here. Yeah, man. You know what? If I can get it to open up, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Export the files and work on them in another DAW. You hear me? I may have to just work on it in Ableton Live. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. I think I might have to do that, man. Because it's causing more issues than anything. So we loading up right now. And yeah, it didn't even save what I did in Serato sample. That sucks ass. So what we gonna do, and this is gonna be a long stream, and I really was trying to work in Reason tonight, but it's not meant to be. All right. So this is a lesson learned for anyone out there. If you're working with an older file, approach with caution because it may just not work or for whatever reason. But what I'm gonna do is just export all the files here because I already have all the files individually on individual tracks, so that's a good thing. Whatever this file is here, I could delete that, and I don't know what Dr. Rex is doing. So we're going to get rid of that right there. All right. And I got faith. Let me see here. And another thing, I keep hearing crackling. So let me do this because I'm troubleshooting now. I'm doing A/B work right now. So I don't have my engineer or producer hat on. I got my A/B hat on because I can't stop now. It's kind of like I got a ticket. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on. Every time we play something, you hear snap, crackle, and pop. Sometimes with this interface, that's why I want another interface because this Focusrite, it does something weird with streaming audio and crackling and all audio buffer and everything like that. Everything is at 0, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. And this is the track that we're playing right here. It's a bass section. And it's not doing nothing because it's basically a default reason patch. So it's kind of confused on why that's doing. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let me check one more thing. Yeah, so I was trying to see what I needed in here to add, and I think we should be good. That sample is going to be the main culprit or whatnot. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that. What's going on, Los? What's good with you, my guy? We just over here having some technical issues, man. No worries. You know what I'm saying? Starting streams up 2, 3, 4 times and stuff like that, man. You know, the typical technical stuff. Whatnot, man. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still work in Reason, but what I think I'm gonna do, Red, to your point, I think I'm gonna commit all of this stuff to audio. I think that's what I'm about to do. So every track that we have in here besides the cone drums, and I'm thinking about doing that, and how I'm gonna do that, we about to find out. We're going to commit everything to audio, and then we'll get rid of all these instruments, and hopefully this thing doesn't croak over and do some other crazy stuff. So we Gucci on this part right here. So this one track right here, sample not sync. Let's go ahead and do that whole process again of we shouldn't have to because I already committed that to audio. Let me do it just one more time. Man, goddamn, bro. This messed me all the way up. All right. Bounce mixer track right here. Loop. Let's do audio file on disk and hit OK. I'm gonna save it in that folder right there or whatnot. And we should be good. There it is. Now, the only other thing we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna get rid of the Serato sample. Actually, you know what? Yeah. We just keep it in there. What we're gonna do now is bounce mixer channels. Now, I'm gonna check all. The only thing I don't need is Serato sample. I don't need the bus. I don't need the Instra bus, and I don't need god doggone the sample not synced. All right. Everything else we're gonna go ahead and when we don't need the master section because we're gonna use the same session. All right. So everything in the session is selected. Oh, God, dog. Let's see here. Crap. Let's put our loop back here. Give it a little bit of room. Let me do that whole process over again. Bounce mixer check. Check all. Undo that one. Undo that one. Undo that one. And undo that one and that one. All right, cool. Loop. Audio file, new tracks and songs. Mute the original tracks, and we're gonna hit OK. Now this may take a little while. I ain't gonna even lie to you. We're going to see how good Reason is on, you know, bouncing tracks or their version of freezing tracks or whatever the case may be. I like it because it takes everything in a big old bag and it goes through the exporting of bar by bar, and then boom, it regurgitates it right there on your screen. Versus with Ableton Live, it goes, it does one track at a time and stuff like that. So this is a little bit quicker. Give it some side note or whatnot, man. If you guys use Notion, or if you know about Notion, it's a really, really good tool. I have a Notion template, and it really helps me stay organized with all the craziness that I have and stuff like that, man. So this is a template I came across, and I just kind of modified it to my needs. So I have everything from, you know, my social media planning to all my beats that I have keeping up, as far as like certain beats that I have arranged. I have this beat in mix stage right now. And then once I finish mixing it, you know, I put it in speaker reference stage, where I check it on the main speakers. I check it in certain headphones that I have. And then I'll move it to upload phase. And then we'll go into that upload process. And then when it release, we'll move it over here. The can-bed method, you know what I'm saying? And I utilize that with song projects that I'm working on right now. So I have 3 songs sitting over here, one in mixing mode, or whatnot, and any releases that I got. And I keep a running tally. I did have a running tally on my thing. It must have went away, but this is a really good situation right here. Notion is a really good productivity tool to keep up with what you got going on and stuff like that. We're still exporting right now. And last but not least, you know what I'm saying, if you're interested in Reason Companion is real good. They give you a lot of different sound packs that you can use, and sound packs like this, you know what I'm saying, they'll have some real good goodies in there for as people curate, you know what I'm saying, loops, different combinator patches, different effect patches, and different Reason Rack device patches as well, man. So if you do have Reason Studios on a subscription or whatnot, Reason Companion is really, really cool, man. Take advantage of that for sure. This thing is at the end. Just wanted to fill that in, and I guess throw in some advertisement there, right there. You like how I ad-lib that, right? Bam, there it is, man. So all our audio is down here, and everything else we can just go ahead and say bye, Felicia. All right, I'm scared to hit play because I don't know what's going to happen, but you can see here it created audio channels for us on the mixer window. So now basically what I can do is get rid of all those red drums. But you know what though? Let me go on ahead and make sure before I do that, make sure that this shit works. All right. For some reason, it didn't do the red drum or the drums or whatnot. Very, very interesting. Oh, there they go. I'm sorry. Here they are right here. Bounce, 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 and bounce. All right, cool. All right, so that's the beginning. This is gonna be interesting because this is a really good method. We trying some stuff. Shout out to Red. Yeah. That one string that's really sticking out. That's just the way it was played. And that's a combinator to underneath the subtractor. This one right here. So in this case, I can actually just keep that one. It's different ways you can skin this doggone cat, man. Drums is drums. I like the drums of what they doing. So safe to say, let me go ahead and save another version of this. All right. We're going to call this the bounce down version of what we're working on. All right. Let's do that. All right, cool. And we're going to save it right there. Hopefully it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, cut off on me and everything like that. Obviously, we did the bounce. We got a large file of 1 gig. I don't think I've never ever seen a Reason file at 1 gig. That's crazy. But let's go ahead and just delete this, man. Let's get it out of here, man. All right. We know the drums are good. That may be the main culprit. Let's go ahead and play this red one, combinator 3. So that's some strings right there. We can go ahead and get rid of that one right there. And I'm confident to say everything else, we can just go ahead and get rid of those as well, man. We're going to keep the ones I know I may have to delete, like that one. All right, cool. Yeah, good to go there. That's the bass line. And this one right there, I'm still not confident on that string, and that's perfectly fine. We'll go ahead and we'll just go in the mixer and unmute that one. And what we're going to do with this one clip is select all the notes here. And we're going to do like maybe 10% quantize 3 times. That's 30%. Let's go ahead and hit that. That sounds much better than what the hell I was hearing earlier. Yeah. All right, cool. So we'll just keep that one instrument in here and everything like that. Let's go ahead and delete that. And that's 2 times copy there, right at 17. And one more time, and 41, 41, 41, and then 2 more times after that. Bam, bam, and we Gucci. All right, cool. And then this track right here, we'll just go ahead and delete that audio, and we'll just run it like that. All right, cool. All right, now because this is an old session, what we're gonna do now is now that I got everything kind of hashed out a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and say what the hell I got. Red. Whatever case may be. Yeah. But you know, you just kind of like, you just don't know, especially like old stuff. And that is a very good point, because no matter what DAW you use, regardless if it's, Logic or Pro Tools, Mixbus, Studio One, Luna, got doggone Cubase is on the iPad, make sure you render your stuff, man, because you never know. One day you just not thinking, you uninstall some plugins, or you don't have those plugins anymore for us, the licenses, or that company just may go underwater and they just don't do support. Whatever the case may be, man, you may want to pull up something 2-3 years ago, and then guess what? Things are not pulling up. You're having to, trust me, I still got that problem today. So what I've been doing, everything that I've been making for the last 2.5 years, everything gets rendered. It's a hard task to remember when you stuck in a habit, but you have to make it a habit of committing everything to audio when the song is finished. And you will finish that particular song, within a few days. So once you finish that particular song, definitely commit to audio or whatnot, man. Yeah. So we got this basically taken care of. The only thing we got to do now is this sample here. And I think we have this in Serato already. We just have to redo it. Yes, we just have to redo it. So let's go ahead and do that. And hopefully this thing don't crap out on me or whatnot. But I think the main culprit was the way those instruments was hooked up. Maybe it was a bad wave file in one of those NNXTs. I have had that in the past long before I got off of Reason back in 2012. Something like that. And, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes bad audio files does cause that NNXT to just do some crazy stuff with your session or whatnot. So maybe that was the case. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and record this sample in here. We're going to go ahead and mute that NNXT with that sample on there. And let's try this shit again one more time. Apologize. We definitely got to work on that timing and the volume. I recorded that volume in there. All right, let's do that one time. And this time I'm not going to go the whole 16 bars. I'm just going to do this 8. All right, and I think I messed up right here at the end. God dang it. Let's see here. Let's play that right here. All right. Only one way to find out, man. Trim it up, trim that clip up, and then we'll duplicate it and see if it'll. Yeah. Oh man, that's not me, DL. Shout out to you, DL. Appreciate you for tuning in, DL. But it's not me though, man. That's something I collaborated with one of my friends named PrimeTracks out of Memphis, man. He pretty much did the drums, the sample. I just added some accompanying instruments and whatnot, man. So all credit goes to him. You know what I'm saying? It's a very old track, but we, you know, he saw I was back on Reason, working on Reason and stuff like that. So he sent it to me to see if we can revive the sample. So that's what we're working on right now. We had a little hiccups with the audio and some of the instruments that was in here, and the way it was just hooked up, audio files, you know what I'm saying? That's to be expected. I didn't know it was gonna be that troublesome tonight though. But nevertheless though, man, we got this sample in here. Let's go and keep it like that. Let's keep it going. We're gonna go ahead and copy that all the way through because that's on a working BST. It shouldn't give us any problems. And turn that string down right here. Bet up, man. Bet the heck up. All right, so now we have got that taken care of. One thing I ain't liking is this guitar. This I'm gonna find where that's at. This is it right here. So what I could do is I could remake that and use my own new instruments of guitars, or I could keep that and put a like a amp sim on there or whatnot. But if I put an amp sim on there, all we doing is just glorifying a bad performance. So I'm thinking about just going ahead and just redoing that. We're gonna use ample sound here, and we're gonna have to try to recreate that same sound. as soon as they want to act right and show the doggone instrument. All right, here we go. Find out what key we're on in. You know what? I'm working too hard. Working too hard. Too hard. Too hard. Working too hard. Working too hard, y'all. Don't work too hard. All we're going to do is go here. And we're going to get key. We can do key detector or auto key. I'm just going to use Antares auto key here and attempt to put that on. Yes, it's definitely bright and thin. You got it, bro. You got it. And that's why I'm about to redo that part. It's definitely bright and thin. I'm about to trash it. I'm about to trash it, man. I'm about to use and to each his own. That was way back in there. I think this track, man. If my memory serves me correctly, that was probably like 2011, or 2012. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, sounds wasn't as good as they are now. You know what I'm saying? You can notice and a whole lot difference and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying? VSTs are real good. So you can make them sound full. You can make them sound got doggone authentic or whatever. But let me get this key because we're going to have to redo that part, man. I'm not feeling it, to be honest with you. We have an A flat major. A flat major. That's a weird one. F minor. To basically coincide with that. I know we got a built-in tuner in here somewhere. Let me see. Gotta have a built-in tuner in here. If we don't know, worries. Thought this thing had a built-in tuner. Maybe thinking about another instrument. Let's see here. I didn't go here, and we don't have a built-in tuner unless I'm overlooking it. All right, no issues, no worries. Let's get a tuner in here. It is. All right, cool. That was the G. What the hell I was thinking about? Yeah, all right. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, got. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can do something to this real quick. Thought I had that muted. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna play it. Kind of don't want the same shit over in there. So that's gonna be a little. Oh, you want to do? Yeah, I was to say yeah. So that's a what I pulled up. No, that's a Telecaster right there. Let me pull up a Strat. I was thinking the same thing too. Man, we must be brothers or related or something like that because we be thinking the same thing. Yeah, that Telecaster is really not giving me the tone I want. So let me pull up the Strat here. Here. Yeah, we're gonna do we're gonna utilize Strat here. And that hopefully that'll give us the tone we need. Let me close Notion. Maybe I can this thing can move a little bit faster. My computer's starting to slow down, so that's a sign that I need to get ready to save up for another computer here. That's it. Okay, I chose the wrong guitar. Shout out to you, Red. All right, cool. Get rid of that. All right, we just playing with the default setting here. I'm going to hook up my my Liveaxtion. I want to say Nux, but my Liveaxtion multi effects pedal here, the MG30, and we're gonna get really like a really good guitar tone. I'm not gonna use software on this one. I'm just trying to minimize any hiccups we could possibly go into. That's it right there. All right, cool. And one more thing I gotta fix in here. For some reason, the with my keyboard and Reason, this ample guitar pitch bend and modulation wheel does not work. So I have to click on remote here and click on what I want to sync up with my keyboard. I don't know why that does, but I found that out in Reason 12. So it's just only this instrument. I may have to update it, but we go. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and hook that up. Okay, there it is. Boy, I'm about to blow a gasket. Hey, Red, what you say? Go ahead, type it in that big dog control plus S. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, you're supposed to be giving that reminder. DL, man, you said how does using the SSL 360 and plugins to do using the SSL 360 and plugins to do your mix compared to say someone mixing with outboard gear? It is not the same, big homie. The 360 platform, which I really love, to be honest with you, love it. And that's just a backdrop behind the my picture and everything. Like, that's just a backdrop for the stream. But to talk about it though, man, it's a really good platform. Reason really kind of like it. I don't know. You can utilize it in Reason, but I mean, you basically have a SSL 360 integrated in here. Now, if Reason want to go for more of a realistic look, oh man, that'll be freaking awesome. But this is a little bit kiddish as far as the GUI, and they haven't changed it in some years. But it sounds good though. I ain't gonna lie to you now. Yeah, it sounds real good. But plugins, and I have plenty of outboard gear. Let me. My desk is junky. But man, I got plenty of outboard gear. I got a 2-channel strip here from ART. I have a 2A clone. I have a 76 clone. I got a DBX 160A. I have an FMR RNC, a FMR RNLA 7239. I have a ART 2 dual 2 preamp. I got 273 clone preamp with the EQs. I got an API 512 clone, and then I have a DBX. It's a DBX 286 mic processor, but I utilized it for ad libs because it has punch in there and it has a gate function. So I utilized that with got doggone ad libs. I have a mixer that I have most of my outboard gear go through, and it goes through the mixer. So it's not just audio going through the outboard gear and going back in. I can actually do a little bit more as far as like getting a 3-band EQ, knocking off some of that stuff there, doing some gain staging for us if I need to turn it up or turn it down. Then I go back into the DAW, and then I have guitar pedals for different processing and guitar effects, and I got a lot of shit, man. But once you mix that outboard gear into your productions, there is a difference. I always tell people, if you're going to get in outboard gear, get your preamp. Learn preamp, man. Learn preamp, because a preamp can really alter that sound and really give it a front forward sound. And you'll notice that your mix or whatever sound that you're affecting will basically it'll have presence in that mix. You know what I'm saying? Most software sounds, like you said before, that guitar sounded thin. Well, guess what? It sounded thin because it's a virtual instrument, and it doesn't have any true analog, or that it doesn't have that electricity. It's just ones and zeros making noise. You see what I'm saying? So when you run it through that outboard gear, you're actually running it through electricity. And a lot of people don't know audio is just electricity. Audio is electricity. My mouth is being converted into electricity. Like my vocals, this is the microphone. That's why a microphone is so important, because this turns sound waves into electricity. We take an electrical signal, which is a mic cable, into an audio interface. And that's the second most important thing you need to have in your, it's kind of like the most important, but I say it's the second important, because any audio interface will make and do what it do, because all it's doing is taking electricity and converting it into digital ones and zeros. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a decent preamp, decent microphone, you know what I'm saying, invest in that first, then you'll be surprised how many Grammy Award winning producers and artists are on tour buses right now recording into a Focusrite 2i2. or a PreSonus Studio Box 96, or you know what I'm saying? Like they're recording $100 interfaces because they can't take all that stuff they have in the studio with them. And then whatever they record, they just bring it to the mixer, and then the mixer just basically take that audio, rerun it through their outboard gear, and guess what? You got your stuff that you're listening on Spotify. So it does make a difference. Plugins are just really there to, you know, saying it's almost like, you know, when you're cooking, your utensils, they're your tools. You know what I'm saying? When you go to Sam's, there's a difference between pots that you buy from Walmart than pots that you buy from like Costco. There's a difference, you know what I'm saying? So that's what basically plugins are in related to outboard gear. I hope that wasn't a real long explanation, but I kind of want you to be have a full understanding of the difference between the plugins and everything like that, because I asked that. I used to try to find people that can answer that question, and I couldn't find those people because I was always getting the door shut in my face. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're a brother looking for knowledge, some people just don't want to get it to you. That's why I'm glad YouTube is a platform where it's at right now. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a very good question, dog. For real, man. Appreciate that one right there. Y'all, yeah, this thing again, it's tripping. What's going on, man? What is going on? All right, cool, man. Appreciate that question, DL. Keep it coming, man. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, man. Let's see here. Nah, don't ask me about routing now. Nah, don't ask me about routing. Nah, I just fucking with you. Let's see here. Do you get raises in the noise floor when you run your stuff through outboard gear? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. How do you tame and control that, but still add weight to the sound? Gates. Gates is another way you can kind of control the noise. But it's all about gain staging. So whatever you're, I'm about to show you right now, man. I'm gonna turn this. Let me create this audio track. I'm about to answer your question live in action. All right, so we're gonna create an audio track so I can run this signal from that right there, and I'm gonna run it through this this guitar processor right here. All right, and I just gotta do a couple of things, loose ends here. So I gotta get the audio track here, and I gotta do it. This is the only thing Reason does not make easy. So now I gotta take the direct output here and route that to the hardware interface, and we're gonna go out. Is that hey red say red? We about to do that routing. Hey red, we about to do that routing, man. Yeah, you do. Oh man, let me tell you something, red, you on it, bro. Man, them Braid plugins, when they have a analog button, turn that off, man. Because once you start stacking them plugins up, oh, he is so right. You know what I'm saying? Another plugin to watch out for too, to add to what Red is saying, is the BX, any of the BX, the Plugin Alliance BX channel strips. They have the noise. It's the V gain. The V gain is kind of like virtual noise that you can add in there to add. It's to add the emulation of signal being in a channel strip. But when you have an instance of, let's say, 20 of those on some tracks, that noise floor will raise too. So any plugin, just turn anything that makes the noise, and yeah, just turn that shit off, bro. Yeah, because it'll go crazy, man. But whatnot. I'm gonna put your question back up there though, man. That way people can understand what's going on. All right, so we're gonna take the mix channel for this guitar here, and what we're gonna do is route that to. Don't do it, Red. Don't do it, Red. Don't do it. We're gonna route that to. We're gonna route that to output 8 on the interface. It's an inside joke, y'all. And then once we confirm that it's on the output 8 in Reason, all right, we're gonna flip it back over, go to our track, our destination track, and we're gonna choose where this signal is going to come back in. Let me turn my mixer on here. And I apologize for that. You caught me off guard, DL, because I don't have my other camera, my overhead camera on or whatnot. But basically, I'm going to run the signal through the processor. So I'm coming out of my patch bay because I have a patch bay for all this shit. So I'm coming out of my patch bay that's actually patched to the output 8 on the interface. And I'm working with a Focusrite 18i20. It's a 18 out, 20 in with the ADATs and all the other shit. But I'm coming out of analog 8. Running that through my guitar processor, then that out of the guitar processor, I'm coming through the mixer. So let me make sure that is turned up. And then from out of the mixer, I'm going into channels 5 and 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 5 and 6. All right. And so now I got to tell this destination track, I need you to be stereo and I need you to be on Focusrite USB audio input 5 and 6. Then I need to go in here, and I wish they have a direct monitoring button on the front face on the rack, but you have to go into the sequencer and hit this little monitor button here, and we should get audio once we trigger the guitar. And we got noise. It's very low, and there it is. I got it right, Red. I got it right, my guy. Let's see here. Yeah, I know, man. That's why I'm ready to get another interface, man. I had the Motu M6 up, but you know what I'm saying? I got the money to go get the interface right now, but something just telling me just to wait, because something is coming out. There's another interface that's itching out there because the 828 Mark III set the bar where all these interfaces need to be at. But I don't want to commit to a Motu. I like Motu. I just don't want to commit. There's not enough reviews on it yet. Something's coming out and stuff like that. I want to hold on to it or whatever. Whatever the case may be, man. But that's our guitar signal going through the that's it right there. Find another patch. Looking for more of a clean patch without having to build one. So that's the good beauty about these multi-effect pedals. You can actually build your own guitar patch and everything like that. And it takes some tweaking to do and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna try to find a preset on here. I like that right there. Let me turn the delay off. And let's take down that reverb for a hot second there. And NuX has a very inexpensive multi-effects. This is MG30. I recommend anyone that want to just get one. And you don't have to use these guitar multi-effects pedals just for guitar sounds. You can run synths through here. And let me tell you something, they got some real good EQ modulation and delay pedals and reverb pedals, compression. It's a monster, like for real, for real. All right, let's hit play. And there you go right there, man. So that's basically how it is, man. But that's a good question. Very good question, man. What brand do you want? I want the Army. That's why I'm trying to wait. there's the RME that I can afford. It's not the right size. I want an interface that I can put in the rack, right here to my right hand, where I could just control stuff. But the RME that's in a rack is out of my budget, bro. I'm sorry. It's damn near $3,000. The Apogee is good. The Apogee is good, but they don't make anything right at that 1,000 price point. Antelope Audio, I have an issue with them with their plugins. Synergy Core native plugins. Their customer service sucks, bro. I had an issue trying to install some plugins, and they didn't understand a simple thing of the plugin downloader is not working. They acted slow, and their support is overseas. I'm good. And I heard a lot of bad things about their audio interface. I think the only thing they support is the Orion audio interface, because it's a higher tier outboard, or should I say it's a higher tier audio interface. When you start getting into that $1,000 and below, because it's either that's not a priority, or they're producing a lot of them that they can't really focus on that because it's not really making them money. What's going to make them money is that Orion interface. So, and a little audio UAD. I really want the X6. No, I'm sorry. It's not the X6. It's the one that looks like Apollo, but it has the 6 in and 6 out, but it's only Thunderbolt. I'm working on the PC, not a Mac. So I really want a UAD. I had a UAD Apollo Twin, but the way my setup is, I could do the patch bay and the ADAT and all that other stuff, man, and sync it up with my mixer. So I'm just really at a stuck point, because it's, that's my wants. Now, who has the better converter? Because I forgot to read that last question. Apogee, if you're going for an ADDA converter and not a true interface. If you're going for a true interface, Army is your Army, and UAD is like right there. Army at the top, UAD right underneath, and Apogee is more of a ADDA converter that you can run with your program, and stuff like that. I don't think they have something like a USB audio interface. I stand corrected on that, but I don't think they do. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, you can get them on Reverb for around that $1,200 mark right there. But like I said, you know what I'm saying, it's not it for my needs. I need one device that I can have loop back for, as like audio, where I could talk and do live streams and do all of this stuff with the DAW. That's the only reason why I got this damn Focusrite. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives me the ins and outs I need and still have that loop back audio feature. And a lot of these audio companies still haven't, you know what I'm saying, start pushing out new equipment with that feature, because it presents problems with the, I guess, when they're building it and designing it. I guess the audio circuitry on trying to do that is somewhat of a difficult situation, man. Yeah, man, that Apogee though. I man, look, bro, I interned at a studio, and the dude, how he used to track out beats for, so you have a producer, he'll just drop off beat stems. And what he used to do, man, he'll take the Apogee. Another good one like Apogee is Rosetta. I think it's the Apogee Rosetta. It's another one. Lynx. It's goddamn. It's another one out there, but we're gonna stick on Apogee. But basically, he'll take an Apogee, man, and he'll take those outputs on those tracks, run it through that Apogee, man, converter, and then run it back into the DAW. All he was doing, just running the signal through the converter. I mean, it was like night and day. He'll mute it, bring up the original beat, mute it again, and he ain't really had to do too much of mixing. It was just basically turning shit up and down and stuff like that. It was crazy, bro. Crazy, man. Yes, sir. Let's see here, bro. You got some good news for me? Boy, don't tell me that, boy. Thunderbolt PCIe, as long as your MB has those options. Are you talking about like the what what's the MB? I'm sorry, I'm having a what's the MB, man? You got me excited now. I got a laptop. So what's the MB? Let me see here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad. Motherboard. Duh. Okay. Motherboard, Thunderbolt, PCI. Ooh, mine's don't. I don't think mine's does. I think it's just USB-C that I have because I got one in the back. Yeah, I got one in the back, but I think it's USB-C. I don't think it's that. I know. I think I know what you're talking about right there. I don't think I have that one. But when I go shopping, that's why I don't want to jump the gun and be stuck because. Let me see here. May have to look at an external option if you're using yeah. And it's 2024. Red, why they don't have something where you can just like hook up USB-C or just any USB peripheral and have an adapter to take that Thunderbolt? I'm not understanding that, man. I mean, shit, we got Dante coming out and migrating into, you know what I'm saying, the Dante technology migrating into the studio music audio world and stuff like that, man, where you can run audio over Ethernet cable. Why the hell we can't interface goddamn Thunderbolt and everything like that, man? Oh, y'all talking to me real good. Oh, we talking that tech talk for sure. Yep. I saw that news earlier this week. That's gonna be real good, especially if you're a studio owner, man, because boy, that's gonna save a lot of people some money right there. It's gonna be expensive getting the unit, but man, that Dante is something of a beast right there, man. Conversion hex core. For real, man. I don't know who owns that protocol and what makes it yeah. I don't know. I think Red got that price tag, man. Shit. I may be wrong. It's probably more than like shit. I don't know. I'm not gonna put that out there. I'm gonna let Red answer that one right there, man. What's that price tag on that, Red? What's that price tag? I'm gonna be minor. I'm gonna knock this guitar part out right here. Reverb still strong. You know what? I need to put that on the I got that on the default patch that has reverb on there. Let's go and do the bypass all effects. There we go. All right. This should sound much better. There we go. It was sounding there we go. All right, let's make a change here. Now we can turn up the gain on the amp. Let's see if we could actually change the amp. Seems like that's it right there. A little muffled. Let's go to the RR here. That's the reason why we're using the wrong amp cap. So another thing with these guitar pedals is you have to find the right cab, because sometimes the cabinet can make or break your tone. I like that. So that's a jazz. It's kind of like a jazz amp cap on top of a. I think the amp is a Fender Tweed amp with a. I think it's one of those Roland jazz cabinets, and we have some type of effect on here. We have a RC boost, but I'm gonna put that on more of a. I'm gonna try to find another overdrive here. More of a clone. like this wall. This wall pedal is something different. But it won't work. Gotta get some volume up here. Do a little EQ while I'm at it here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get this tone right. And once I can get the tone right, we'll rock and roll. So I put like a Boss EQ pedal on here. And the trick with a Boss EQ pedal is if you drive that output gain up a little bit, it gives you some very edgy sound. And I don't have a compressor on here. So let me do that real quick. All right, here we go. My bad, I miss all the action y'all got going on, man. Let me catch up here. cool. We kind of recorded something here. Let's see here. Oh, okay. The top is at the top right there. All right, cool. And let's see here. I'm gonna take this right here at the beginning, and we're gonna take it right here at 9. Oh crap. All right, cool. And we'll just duplicate that, what we got there. Oh man, you ain't talking too much, bro. You ain't saying enough. You're not talking too much, man. Shoot, you Gucci, bro. Nah, bro, man. Don't ever feel that way like you saying too much, man. Knowledge is power, bro. You ain't gonna never. Man, look, bro. You got some people that's 100 years old today and they still learning new stuff. There's a saying, you always learn something new every day, man. Think about that. What new you learn every day? Whether it's negative or positive, you always learn something new every day, man. So the fact that, you know, you got questions mean you're budding with information that you want to know and stuff like that, man. So don't ever get that out your vocabulary. Talking about I talk too much, man. You ain't talking enough. You feel me? So in red always come with the questions, man. Yeah. I like that. Let's see here. What compressor you decided to go with for the guitar? I have the MXR Studio compressor. It's a guitar compressor, 1176 clone or 1176 FET style compressor. So it's a little compressor box, but it's from MXR Studio compressor. It has the ratios and the just like the 1176. It has the input output variable, attack and release, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it does a really good job, man. It's very clean, but it reacts, and it reacts just like a 76 for sure. Yeah, for sure, man. My mixing, my interface only goes to 1024. Another reason why I want to get another interface, man, because 1024 ain't enough. I do 2048. I had an interface at one time did 4092. That was awesome. But 2048 definitely gonna give you more CPU power. 1024 is gonna get you to a point where you could do up to about like 48 tracks. After that, you may have to start rendering tracks down and start condensing. But 2048 is really, really good. Another reason why I was using that Motu M6, man. The Focusrite, man, they got it right on the build. They don't have it right on the stuff on the inside. Like, for real. Like, but then again, the 18i20 been out for a hot minute. I want to say like 2019. So that's still no excuse, because 2048 was still standard on a lot of interfaces. So yeah, I was talking about 4028. Yeah, 4096. Even better, bro. I don't know how to add and subtract there. But Red always got my back, man. Red, I mean, I'm gonna have to get your information, man. You have to come on here live with me and stuff like that, bro. All right, cool. Let's see where we at with the hook. So we're gonna copy and paste that. Yeah, I do need to check for some Focusrite interface. Yeah, firmware for sure. They should have fixed that shit right now though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. They should. All right, cool. So we have the hook established. I don't want to get too guitar heavy in here. I know the original had that burp, 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 burp throughout the whole situation. I don't want it to kind of be in here. Let the track breathe a little bit. I think this part right here is the verse more than anything. Of course, we're gonna have to probably break down the drums. I'll do that another night, man. This got held up. All right, cool. Because this is not my track and I don't know what it's going to be intended for, I'm just going to do the hook. So that guitar part in there is good. I don't think the verses need anything. And if there's going to be any guitars, I always try to tell people that I collaborate with, you may want to get like a session guitar. And once you have the vocals inside of your production, then you can go back and add guitar parts in there. So let's say, for instance, you know what I'm saying, you got a rapper, he like this track or whatever the case may be. A lot of rappers don't like all that extra ass production in their verses. So I had to learn how to scale back from that and not put all that extra ass goddamn production in their shit. Stuff like that. Now, if they ask for it later on, then yeah, I'll go ahead and put that in there. I was gonna try to do an outro here, but let's see. About right up in here. Yeah, I think it warrants to have something right there. I'm gonna freestyle this. Let's do it one more time. Kind of see what I'm gonna do with that one. Bag that back one more time. All right, cool. Let's play that back right there. I was just trying some shit. It pays to have a guitarist in here. Shit, you gotta learn how to do it yourself. Cool. All right. We'll leave that beginning in there. We're gonna go ahead and take out that bass line in there. Y'all talking big talk up in there, man. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get in on that. Hold on 1 second. My bass line at, man. Oh, that's the sample. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a delay on that sample because that break in there is bothering there. So let's do that real quick. Don't need you anymore. You can go bye-bye. All right, and let's go ahead and grab. I'm just gonna grab a stock delay from good old Riri. Let's get Ripley's here. Oof. Oh. All right, we definitely gonna have to put a little work on this delay here. The delay works. What we're gonna do is cut the we're gonna cut the low end on that sample. Not too much. Just enough where we have enough room for the kick. So I'm gonna cut it at 75. Still a little boomy. So let's go ahead and see where that boominess at. All right there. There we go. All right, cool. I think that's it, man. I think that's all we got to do with this. Everything else is really kind of mixed, but I'm gonna take DJ Red and we're gonna go ahead and do mixing on here. Not really like full-fledged mix. We're just gonna put a static mix on here. Static mix just basically mean we're gonna get a real good level. That way we have some gain stage and we can go ahead and do some mixing here. So let's do that real quick, man. And stuff like that. Let me hide that message here real quick. Bam, there. Know what y'all was talking about in there, man. Whatnot. Let's see here. Sure. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's at 80.6. Let me type that in the chat there. And duration is, let me check that for you real quick. Oh crap. Did I do something? Let's see here. The duration is 71 beats. 71 bars. What is going on, bro? All right, here we go. 71 bars total for the duration, and the time is 3:28. All right, that's it right there. As you can see, it has that intro right here, verse, and I put something together, but we still got a little space right there after that last hook and everything like that. I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with it, bro. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do a little static mix here. I'm used to working in that split view, so I'm having to swap screens or whatever. We don't really need these tracks anymore. Go ahead and cut them. That's the bass. All right, cool. Now we in a happy place. These two are gonna get out of here. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. See you later. Oh yeah, man. Y'all. Yeah, man. Man, hit me up on tomorrow, man. Shoot me an email, bro. I'm slowly working on something, man. I don't know. I'll say venting for another day, but I got a template I need to work on. I got a template for Studio One because I've been using Studio One for a long time, but I got a template for Luna. I got one for Mixbus, and I need to get one for Reason, but Reasons is different because you're having to deal with a rack and what you do with your drums. So that's my email, big homie. And I'm gonna copy and paste it and put it in the chat. Email me, anybody that's watching, email me if you want me to collaborate with you on a template. Let me know. I can help you make a template to kind of like tailor your need, because it depends on what kind of drums you're going to use, and what kind of drum device you're going to use, because you can take full advantage of a drum VST if it has multiple outputs. Pretty much all of the Reason drum devices have multiple outputs. So it just depends on what you're going to use every time in that template. So email me. I could definitely got you though, man. And stuff like that. For sure, man. Yeah. Yup. Okay, that's the guitar right there. I think we don't have anything on this one right here. Let's blow it that way. Yeah, we don't got nothing on here, so let's delete that out of there. And we don't have nothing on here as well. And we don't have nothing here as well. So I'm just getting rid of these tracks that don't have audio on them. I pray that they don't, because I'm just deleting stuff, but it shouldn't. Oh, that's a good question. Do Reason do multiple outputs? I heard that you can't route multiple outs in the same instance of the same VST like Contact. You have to have multiple instances of the VST open to record them individually. That is a very interesting question, and I found that out the hard way. Oh, goddamn. I got you. All right, so we have Contact. No, we don't. I got Contact. It depends on how that Contact script is set up, because you do have some Contact. So when you open up the wrench tool in Contact, and let me say this very loosely, you can't. I think you can do multiple outputs. Let's find out, big dog, because I gotta put some percussion on here. I gotta put some percussion on here. Let's do that. We're about to find out. We're about to find out. I'm about to either eat my words or own up to it. But I did it one time with Contact. Let's see here. Let's put that over here. Takes a little while. All right, cool. We're gonna choose I know for sure a library that may have what we're looking for, just for shits and giggles. As soon as they want to open up here and act right. And as my boy DJ Red will say, Control plus S. Let's do it. Let's do it. There you go. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go to the drums, just 40 on drums right here. All right. And I'm only choosing this one because it's a Contact instrument. All right. And it should be routed that way. So when you hit this wrench tool right here, I'm sorry, not the wrench tool. I'm tripping. Where's the shit? It's the mixer. I'm looking for the view master. There it is. No. Yeah. No. It's not that. It is the outputs. There it is. There you go. So you have outputs on here. Oh shit. Yeah, you can see it. You have like 1 and 2, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now these are aux, but on here you can do the stereo tracks out or whatnot. But if you want to add another output here, you can add that one output. So I'm just going to choose okay. Boom, there it is. 1 and 2. You can go in here and it just depends on how it's routed. You can do like a 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but you have to manually set it up. Okay. So this extra output I got here is stereo number 2, and I will have to create a 3 and 4 output for that. And then when you do that, and we're just gonna do it for shits and giggles. So let's do 3 and 4. All right, I'm gonna hit OK. Oh, wait, hold on a second. My bad, dog. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. Let's run that beat back then, man. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Hey. All right, so stereo 2. I'm gonna have to change that. There we go. There we go. There we go. I fucked up and I put like 4 output or whatever. Let me see if I can delete this whole track again. Hold on 1 second, man. You can rename that too, or whatnot. And then you have a batch configuration, all the other good stuff. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, whatever. I created something. I don't know. But when you go on the combinator or the actually whatever this is, I don't know if this is a combinator or whatnot. All right, you hit CV programmer down. When you hit tab, that's gonna extend the audio out. So now, long as you have the audio out on Contact routed correctly as it is on the GUI here on this Contact here, once it decided wants to pull up here, boom, there it is. All right, so when you go and try to view the outputs, and some of these, it depends on how that Contact is built. This one is just a stereo, 1 and 2 out. You know what I'm saying? You can go to each thing here, and that's what I get confused on, because when you go here and you go to, let's say for instance, kit, you have it had an individual output. Man, I seen this shit, man. I ain't dumb now. Let's see here. The out right here, default. and it's gonna say stereo 1. You can actually fix that where you can do multiple outs. It just depends on how that context situation is. It does have the capability to do those multiple outs. Let's say it did have the multiple out capability. You will just hit that CV programmer down. You hit that down button where it show that right there. And then when you hit tab, then you can route optional audio outputs out and also bring audio in with, you know, different type of sampling situations and however you hook that up. That's the power of Reason, man, because it's a full-blown virtual studio. But you can run, let's say, these set of drums as your snare, these set of drums as your hi-hats and overheads and stuff like that, and then these stereo pair is for your toms and so forth and so on. So it does. It's a little complex hooking it up, but yeah, that right there, man. So to answer your question, it does. You necessarily don't have to open up multiple instances, only if it just doesn't allow you to route 3 and 4, then you would do that. But it does have the capability to do that. And this goes for any VST that you utilize in Reason. Once you hit that button down, if it has multiple outputs, it's going to give it to you. And I think it may not even give it to you. Like Serato Sample, it just by default, it's in green. So that tells me that Serato Sample can route audio out in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2. That's 12, 24. If my math does me correct, we got 34 outputs times 2. That is that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14, 15, 16. You got 16 outs. You know what I'm saying? That's per pad or per thing or whatever. So you got 16 audio outs on this one, but you see Contact, it has 64 outs. You know what I'm saying? So you get a whole lot of options, but it just BSD dependent and stuff like that. All right. I ain't mean to be long-winded on that one, but let's go ahead and pull up a percussion situation here. Put a little percussive on these drums and stuff like that, man. As soon as I can find my drum folder, which I'm having trouble trying to find that. Oh, here it is. All right, here we go. And let's go. We're going to pull up an old school library here. This is one of them old studio linked VST libraries. That's an old throwback right there. That studio link back. That's back in 2012, 13. You think so? You think so, man? You think so? For real? Reason is advanced? Nah. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Uh, Reason is advanced. Nah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy, man. It's pretty easy. Because once you drag and drop into these racks, man, it's super easy, man. Now, once you flip this shit over, that's where it gets complicated at. Because that's how it kind of happened to me when I first started on Reason. This looked easy, but then excuse me, but then when you flip that shit over, you have to understand, like, okay, however this work right here, and that's how I learned engineering. To be honest with you. Playing around with Reason on the cool. That's how I learned engineering. Messing with this stuff behind Reason on the cool. You know what I'm saying? So Reason it's very, very helpful, man. I came back to my happy place though, man. I love producing in Reason, and stuff like that. So yeah, let's add these shakers in here and let's keep it going. Let's add something. Studio One is okay. Yeah, I like Studio One too. There we go. And that's a wrap on that one. That one right there. Gonna go ahead and make that shaker a part of the drum bus. And so let's talk about these drums real quick. So they sound like they're, you know what I'm saying, old school style type drums or whatever. In Reason, they have this pan on the pan knobs. They have this red thing right there. If you had never, and there's some people out there just never know what that red thing is. They just think that's part of the graphic for as panning. It's actually a stereo width tool. So when you go ahead and I'm gonna take the kick for example, if you take that blue knob that says width, right here, when you bring that counterclockwise, it's gonna now take that signal and make it somewhat mono. It's not gonna be stereo anymore. So this kick, the snare drum, that's a mono snare drum now. Now that's a stereo. You see what I'm saying? So that's stereo. Now I'm going to move it counterclockwise. Mono, stereo, mono, stereo, mono, stereo. So in this case with these drums, because we kind of got like an old school boom bap feel to those drums, I'm going to go ahead and just make all of them mono. All right, no stereo capability. Damn puppies, I thought they would sleep. Shit. Sound like Juicy too. Now you're not gonna hear too much of a difference, but you will hear a difference. It's not as gonna be as loud, so we're definitely gonna have to rely on panning. Definitely need mixing on those snares. All right. All right, let's do this. So when you do, so when it comes to drums, you can keep them in stereo, but you got to think about it like this. When you make those drums mono, you have a better chance of fitting them right in the stereo field instead of having a whole bunch of stereo tracks, because sometimes you don't know where them drums come from unless you actually made them. And some of those drum samples can be very, very, they're curated to be very wide sounding. But when you make a mono, you have the power to make, or not the power. You have the ability to, you know what I'm saying, have fun with panning those drums and getting them in unique spaces in the stereo field, and stuff like that. So don't ever be afraid to make your drums mono. Hell, that's in my opinion, it's a preferred method, to be honest with you. All right. Unless you're coming out of a stereo drum track or stereo output, whatever the case may be, all drums should be mono, in my opinion. That's just me though. I move differently. And we're just getting static mixes on this now. We good. All right, another thing I like to do is take my drum tracks here. I was reading what Red said. Yeah, they need more cowbell. Yeah. Let's see here. Drummer perspective. Yes, I like to, or whatnot. Audio perspective is that's a live sound question too. That's a trick question. I don't know, you know that, by the way. They used to get us with that shit all the time. Stuff like that. But when you're panning, kind of like what we're doing right now, DL, is like we're panning in this field. So when you're doing drums, it's always, you can do it from a drummer's perspective. So your drummer perspective is like your hi-hat and your snares all 99.9% of the time it should be on your left hand side, and then your high tom is going to be on that mid kind of like at that 10 o'clock position. Then your mid time is at 1, and then your low time is over here at 3 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? Your crash is gonna be at your 10 or your 11, and then your ride is gonna be at your 1 and 2. You see what I'm saying? And everything else, you fit it in the way you fit it in. That's drummer's perspective. Now, if you're doing audio's perspective, you just basically reverse what I just said. You know what I'm saying? So it's it just depends on the I guess the vibe of the track, the style of the track that you got. It just depends or whatnot. But standard music is drummer's perspective. Yes, you pass, dog. You pass. Flying colors, dog. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see here. So what we're gonna do now is is take all the individual drum tracks, and what I am going to need to do is get like a VU meter type situation here, and let's get that out the way real quick. Nope, not that. And let's get a VU meter here, something that we can monitor the kick drum. I'm gonna show you guys this right here. So I don't think we can get it at let me get something I know I could change up right quick. All right, cool. So I'm gonna put this meter right here on reference scale number 14. All right, or I could do 12. I normally do 12 and stuff like that. They still give me a lot of headroom. All right, and what I'm gonna do is just basically get the kick drum at 12. All right. Everything is trying to solo. Hold on 1 second. So what I'm gonna do is get that kick drum, because that's the only dominant low end sound that we got. Besides the sample, and the sample is not even that dominant on the low end with that bass line it has. So what we're gonna do now is to get that kick drum at negative 12 right here at where the green touches the yellow. All right. But what I'm gonna do is take all those drum tracks, highlight them, and adjust while the kick is only playing. This is how you get your headroom. That way you don't clip when you're in the mixing phase or mastering phase. About right there. All right. So that I highlighted all my drum tracks to go ahead and adjust the levels along with what I'm doing with the kick. So now when you hear it, the drum's gonna sound quiet. Now check this out. You can also make that adjustment to the instrument bus. As soon as I can run back the time real quick. And everything is not routed to the instrument, so let me do that real quick. Except for that bass. I'm just gonna leave the bass out of it. All right, so now that we have that kick drum down at negative 12, what we're doing is adjusting levels around the drums. And we really, to be honest with you, we adjusted the individual drums around the kick drum level. So the kick drum is the meat of the track right now. It carries a lot of the weight. It's gonna mess up or make compression. You see what I'm saying, on the overall whole entire mix, man. So we got to give ourselves a little bit of headroom, but we adjust all the levels around that kick. And you'll notice on this meter right here that little floating two bars that goes from white to red. That's letting you know that the signal is hovering right at around -12 on a VU scale, so to speak. Look at the VU meter too. Let's check that out one more time. So the VU meter is not going past 0, so I can actually bump up the volume on both of these buses if I wanted to, or basically highlight all of these tracks in here and just turn them up all at the same time, because we don't have VCA faders. And see how we're a little bit too much on that VU meter. Now look at this one above the VU meter. You see how this little red thing is floating? It's letting you know that the volume is fluctuating anywhere between -2 to +2. But when you put this in peak mode on your master fader here, let's run that back one more time. I need to show y'all this. So when you go up here and you go to the big meter, what the hell we got going on here? Let's choose the peak PPM or peak meter, whichever one. I don't know what the hell this got going on, but let's not use the big meter. Let's not do that. Right here though, right here. Just pay attention to this meter right here, because we kind of adjusted our kick drum around -12. We have about, give or take, 6 dB of headroom. Oh, Lord have mercy. Woo. We got about 6 dB of headroom that we can, play around with once we start mixing. So when you start getting to that point where you're at the end of the mix and you start adding all those wonderful plugins that you bought, or that wonderful outboard kit that you bought, you have enough headroom to really maximize the volume out of your track and everything like that, man. So that's why I do this method when I get to a certain point where I want to kind of like, okay, all right, I'm ready to start throwing plugins on tracks or whatever the case may be. So yeah. Yup. Preach. Yep. You got doggone right. Yes, sir. Oh, I got something better than basement, man. Oh yeah. I got something better than basement, man. Yeah. Absolutely. -18 is the sweet spot. But we definitely got a lot of headroom now. So what you would want to do now, if need be, you just go ahead and it's 2 things you can do. Well, not 2 things, it's really 1 thing. Don't mess with that master fader. Just go ahead and turn up your control room out. Or I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. This has to be I'm thinking I'm in Luna right now. This won't work. You gotta control it a certain way. Okay. That control room out is not hooked up in anything. So if I wanted to do that, I have to move the master out or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is that if you want to turn it up, Reason has a Reason device called Regain, which is freaking awesome. You can put it before or after your meters in your master insert section. All right. And if you know, according to this meter, you have about 6 dB worth of gain without peaking in the red over here. You see what I'm saying? Well, guess what? You know what I'm saying? You can keep your volume low, but if you need to monitor at a hyper vibe by turning up the track, you just hit, okay, I need to go up 5 dB because I got enough headroom for that. And voila, you know what I'm saying? And we're not even peaking over here yet because we still got about 2 dB worth of headroom. And then when you need to go back and do some checks, put it back at 0. It's not affecting the faders, because the faders are already set. You see what I'm saying? If you need to listen to it -6 dB lower just for checking, or you just need an ear break, put it on -12 ear break. I'm gonna mix. You see what I'm saying? So this is a real good tool. I got it for free when they used to do like the reason rent to own or whatever or whatnot, man. But yeah. And then when you put this at a lower volume, you get to hear sounds that's sticking out that's a little bit too loud, like that guitar. So we can turn that down a little bit. Turn it down. Everything else got a pretty good balance. The next thing I'll listen to is the bass. Boom, there it is. All right, I like that. And what I do is put it back on 0. All right, cool. And that's basically it right there. We're gonna go ahead and just take that and put that on the instrument bus. Yeah. So that's it, man. That's what we're doing tonight, man. That's it, man. Now that's clipping right there, man. Rewind that. So at 6 dB of headroom, or 6 dB of gain that we added with the regain audio gain assistant, we was right on. We hit 6 dB and we got a little peak of red. You know what I'm saying? So we have 6 dB of headroom to play with when it starts to mix all of this stuff, man. That's a lot of headroom. I don't think people be understanding, like 6 dB of headroom is a lot of headroom, man. So that's it for tonight, man. I apologize for all the technical difficulties we had on this channel tonight. It really wasn't supposed to go down like that, but we got my boy PrimeTracks back on track, and with this track, we got the sample in there correctly. And we're gonna save what we did. Boom, there it is, to save. Whatnot. So yeah, that's basically it right there, man. Yeah, we're gonna just play that in the background. Yeah, man. And let's chop it up, man. Anybody got questions? Any more questions? Or whatnot? We don't want to see that. Whatever the case may be. So any questions, man? Anybody got any questions? That wasn't like an original production or anything like that, but that was my partner. We worked on that, man, a long time ago, bro. A long time ago. Or whatnot, man. So yeah. Let's see here. Got a question right here. Yep. One track at a time? Nah, you can do it on one track at a time. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. Past my bedtime for sure. But nah, man, I was gonna tell you. There's actually there's a plugin for that, man. A specific plugin with that effect. Let me bring that down a little bit. So there's a specific plugin for that, man. Let me see if I can pull that up for you real quick, bro. Yes, sir. Let me get that for you real quick, man. Let me get that for you, man. But I used to have the plugin. Here it is right here. You can still get it. And you in for, hey, bro, you got $10? Take a, you got $10, DL? There it is right there, baby. There it is right there. It's called the underwater effect. It's pretty dope too, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah, it has the filter, redux, and and it has a nice little sound to it. I used it once before and stuff like that. But it's on I know this company, the Nathan or THENA. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna get the goddamn copy. I'm just gonna copy paste the damn link. There you go. Shit. Sitting up there looking crazy. Yeah, me and Red on the same thing, bro. Yeah, that's it right there, man. Yeah, man, that's it. It works pretty good though, man. You could definitely put it on. You could put it on the and anybody that's watching, that is the link right there, man. But you could put it on pretty much. I didn't look at it just a while ago. Let me see. I think I got out of it for a second here. Let me pull it back up. I think it has a dry wet mix knob. If it does have a dry wet mix knob, and it doesn't. So just be mindful when you put it on each track. It does not have a dry wet mix knob. So something like this just depends on what you're gonna do with the effect. You can probably put it on an auxiliary or effects return track and utilize it that way at its full potential. But and you mix the signal in. But if you're actually trying to effect the sound source, it doesn't have a dry wet mix knob. So be mindful of that right there, man. So yeah, man. Any more questions, man, before we get up out of here, Red, bro? I'm gonna have to make you a moderator, dog, on the cool, bro. Man, I appreciate you, man, handling my absence as far as looking in chat, because I was a little aggravated. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, and stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, man, I had a bad day. I ain't have a bad day. I just had an aggravating day, and you know what I'm saying? Shit. Now, when I try to live stream, it was cutting up, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe if you like the video. And this video probably ain't gonna do too well. But yeah, man, like and subscribe and stuff like that. DL, man, I appreciate you for tuning in, asking those questions, man. If you want to reach out to me about that template situation, feel free to do so. Or even how to have an understanding of a template and what to do with it, man. I definitely got you. Just reach out to me to the email. I'm trying to pull that up right now. To the email. Oh yeah, that boy. Bam. There you go, right there, man. Reach out to me with the email, man, and chop it up with me, man. Like and subscribe, man. And I appreciate you for tuning in, for sure, bro. I'm sorry. My stuff running slow tonight, bro. How do you automate an effect like stutter edit? That's all DAW specific. Different DAWs have a way of utilizing automation. So whatever DAW you're using, you have to see how you can automate those parameters on that VST. Studio One has its own way. Ableton Live has macros. That way you can control certain parameters on VSTs to do automation. And Reason it's funny with Reason, because when you hit the record button on that particular track with the plug-in or the plug-in and you start moving stuff around, it'll record the automation. So it's like touching automate in Reason. Stuff like that, man. So that's a good question right there, bro. Red said, when I'm doing another mix on Mixbus, it's coming real soon, man. Thanks to AI. Yes, we're gonna have some AI fun. Or whatnot. Yeah, man, it's definitely a delay up in there, man. Okay, I'm gonna check the email. DL, I got you, big homie, and I appreciate you for tuning in once more. Let's see here. Yeah. So that's what's up, man. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I think the music just stopped and everything like that. And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all guys have fun out there. And yeah, I'm gonna put a little mix on this on tomorrow. And I got some other stuff to do as well. Email. Let me see here. Let me check that real quick, Red. Let me check real quick. Let me check. You got it. Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna put it in there because I'm telling you right now, once I put it in there, I ain't gonna stop and stuff like that. But I'm gonna put it in there, and I'll let you know, and I'll shoot it to you and let you check it out on your end and stuff like that, man. I appreciate that or whatnot, and I'm gonna link you up with the dude that actually produced this track as well, man. I think y'all be a good fit, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all brothers are a little bit older than me. I think, yeah, Prime. I don't think Prime trying to get back into music, I think. But y'all a little bit older than me, man. So y'all should mesh well, man. So I'm gonna put that guitar in there, tell them, hey, man, I had somebody, you know, do their due diligence on it, man. How you track like it? And I already know you gonna be like, man, yeah, you gonna like that shit, man, for sure. I already know you're gonna come with some high five, man, because you know them guitar tones. I already know you're gonna come with that high five, man. So yeah, man, I just appreciate y'all, man, tuning in again tonight, and tuning in and checking us out and stuff like that, working in Reason. We're gonna be doing a lot more Reason videos. We're gonna pick up those Mix Bus 10. It's gonna involve AI, because I really want to see all these AI songs that are coming out. Are they really copyright worthy? So we're gonna find out. We're gonna do a little test run or whatnot, because YouTube assholes keep flagging my goddamn channel over stuff that's not even existed and bogus claims. So I got some disputes I gotta handle and stuff like that, man. So if you do have a YouTube, man, just be careful what you put out there, man, because you know, you can have a video 5 years ago and they'll come and flag that. I had that happen to me when I really wasn't serious on YouTube, and they can't even flag it. And it's as soon as people understand, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take my old music and put it on Spotify, you know, if there's any content with that music out there on YouTube, they're gonna flag you. So YouTube, they bogus for that, man. But neither here nor there, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, liking and subscribing and stuff like that. Red, shout out to you, man. DL, shout out to you. And yes, sir. Yeah, man. And if y'all got any ideas for Red, I took your idea into consideration with the beat, making the beat and doing a breakdown. I shot it, and then I think I'm gonna do it 2 different ways just to see what's up, man. But I took your considerations, and DL, man, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you got any questions, feel free to email me, man. And I do take stuff in consideration, man, because you guys make the channel do what it do, man. I'm just here, bro. But y'all make the channel interactive, and I appreciate all of that and stuff like that, man. My bad. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a wonderful early morning and going into tomorrow. Have a good tomorrows, and we gonna be back in it and stuff like that, man. Stay creative out there, man. Just been your boy Super Mario DL, man. Shout out to you. Red, shout out to you. Anybody else out there I ain't see on the playback, man, y'all like and subscribe. Shout out to you. Stay creative, man. We out, man. Peace.